That's going to ask them, why are you all out here today?
We are the soldiers of Christ, and we have the right to vote. It is wrong for others to take our right to vote, because it's very important. It's our constitutional rights.
Will y'all repeat that again for me, please?
We are the soldiers of Christ, and we have the right to vote. And it's wrong for others to take our right to vote, because it's very important. And it's our constitutional right.
Have mercy. Isn't that something? Now, if we train all of our black and white African and other people, Europeans and every Japanese, to learn and master that quote, hey, we can put in office anybody we want. What's happening, Doc? Who taught them that, man? Who taught them cats that, man?
You did. You taught them that, bro.
All right, let's walk on down to the church, Doc, as we do what we do. Y'all get in front of us. Y'all walk a little faster than us. You go ahead on. We gonna be behind you. But Doc, how you doing, my beautiful brother?
Pretty
yes,
good,
sir.
Man.
Yes,
good.
sir.
That was very nice today, man.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you. This is KVCI.blogspot.com in Valdosta, Georgia. That is the big train here in All right, all right, all right. Yes, we're in Quitman, Georgia, not Valdosta. This is Brooks County. Yeah, home of the Quitman 10. And a lot more. This is my hometown. I'm a native of Brooks County. The old train just passing through, and I'm here listening to music and kind of doing what I do. Yes, sir. Well, I guess we'll shut this down now. Just sharing with you. Bye-bye. Come.
Tonight, some disturbing news from Georgia. The new front in the shameful nationwide attempt by the GOP to suppress the vote. The Secretary of State, a Republican, has been caught on tape warning about minority voters turning out at the polls.
In closing, I just wanted to tell you real quick, after we get through this runoff, the Democrats are working hard, and all these stories about them, registering all these minority voters that are out there and others that are sitting on the sidelines. If they can do that, they can win these elections in November.
This is blatantly partisan. It's a blatantly partisan comment from the state's top election official. He then went on to urge Republicans to match those efforts.
We've got to do the exact same thing. I would encourage all of you, if you have an Android or Apple device, download that app. Make it your goal just to register one new Republican voter.
This is the same person who's investigating Georgia's largest Democratic voter registration effort, accusing the group of committing voter fraud. There's a concerted effort on the right to make voting more difficult for certain folks in Georgia. State Republicans have already cut 24 early voting days from the calendar this year. And on Tuesday, Republican State Senator Fran Miller wrote an angry response to a new early voting station in DeKalb County. Quote, now we are to have Sunday voting at South DeKalb Mall just prior to the election. This location is dominated by African-American shoppers and is near several large African-American mega churches. We will try to eliminate this election law loophole in January.
Guilty, not guilty, not guilty, not guilty. Repeatedly, unanimous. This is the Getto Free Press. We are reporting what others ignore. The newspapers chose not to come, but we are here because we do believe that you have a right to know. And we are back in the courtroom. This is where it all took place. And once again, this is the Getto Free Press. And I want to thank the judge, the C, Maxwell. They all are rejoicing. And of course, thank you for a job well done, Chair. Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Yes. This is Judge G.B.R. McCorvey, Secretary, Clerk of Court. Once again, this is not guilty. The people are rejoicing. And this is a beautiful day, and I believe that this is perhaps the best day of our democracy. And this is Judge Gary C. McCormick. I think he done a good job. I really do. He done a good job. Once again, we must thank Shaveen King. We must also thank Nancy Dennard for doing an outstanding job all the way. The NAACP has been here all the way. This is, of course, this is Lula Smart. All that she has been through. She violated no law. And if they had not stood their grounds, if they had plea bargained, we wouldn't have had this day. This case just may set a precedent here in Georgia and in the United States of America. This is a very high day, and we just hope that some conclusion can come to the other people that have been charged in what we believe was either a conspiracy or retaliation for Black African Americans dominating the Brooks County School Board of Education. This is the mother right here. And we want to thank, oh my God, God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. That's Diane Thomas. You wanted to quit with 10 plus 2.
That's what I'm saying.
We're so thankful. So thankful. How you doing today? What do you want to say about it?
Oh, I just thank God. Thank God for this day that we've been waiting on for 4 years. I just thank God that justice was done.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We can see that this is a very high point. Look at the young lady here. She's rejoicing. Excuse me. Lula Smart.
It's a wonderful opportunity. It's a wonderful opportunity.
You may not understand this, but you don't have to see when people are innocent is when they hear people lie on the stand. They say that she dropped ballots in a box. She said she didn't. She said that Amy Braswell, the special agent of G.B.R, did not put the tape recorder on her desk as she testified under oath. Mr. Boone testified that she put bundles of ballots in the drop boxes outside of the post office. Apparently the jury just did not buy it. We also have the one pastor that have been all the way, hugging Diane Thomas. He marched with us. He protested with us. He cried with us. He wept with us. He wept with the Quitman team all the way. This is a high day, and what is most embarrassing? There's not one TV station, no news media, no newspaper, no radio station to record this historic event. This is what Black African Americans must go through. Not to mention Secretary of State ignoring public meetings wherein all of this was brought up. The rejoicing. She praising God because she is a Christian. She is nothing what they claim her to be. She just praising God. Listen. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Praise his holy name. He's worthy to be praised. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Yes, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Praise his holy name. He's worthy to be praised. Thank you, Jesus.
You out of business. Come on, April. Come on. Really? Look, come on.
Not guilty. Not guilty. All count.
I'm very happy.
All count. 12 news.
It's not over. And again, meaning what? If you want to make aspirations and run your mouth, I mean, what are you saying?
You want to say something?
I don't understand what you're saying when you say it's not over. You have a good day, sir. Thank you. You take care.
Hello, come back.
What do you think about the verdict?
I think if the verdict comes in not guilty, that's what the verdict is. That's what our judicial system is all about.
So you stand behind your testimony?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I know exactly what I saw, and I can't recant, anything and lie about what I saw or what I did. It's very simple.
We thank you for that.
Thank
Now
you,
again, jury of the peers heard all the testimony, decided, and that is it, and the case is over with.
You feel good about your actions?
Do I feel good
Yeah, about your testimony, and what you said on the jury.
Do I feel good
Yeah.
about what I saw
yes.
and what I said?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay, and you stand behind it 100%?
Absolutely 100%.
Okay, and so you didn't falsify nothing. You did it just the way you saw it, just like you said.
One thing. Exactly.
Just like you said on the oath.
Same thing I said 3 different times.
Thank you very much, Mr. Boone.
You have a
Peace
good
be
day.
unto you, brother.
You take care.
Peace.
Take care.
Thanks for the interview, brother.
No problem.
How can you do me wrong when I'm doing you right, baby? In the beginning, there was one God, and the whole wide world served that one God. There is one God. He's the only God. We should have no other God before us, and we should be serving him right now. There is one God. He's the only God. We should have no other God before us, and we should be serving him right now. On the grounds in Africa, where God placed the first woman and man, that was the Holy Land. And that is the Holy Land today, despite what anyone say. You cannot change the truth. You may hide it, you may cover it up, but one day the cover will be removed. And that's when you'll find that there's only one God. And no man has the right to change anything God put in place. There is one God. He's the only God. We should have no other God before us, and we should be serving him right now. There is one God. He's the only God. We should have no other God before us, and we should be serving him right now. This world is troubled in so many ways. This country we living in today one time had slaves. Our great-grandmother and our great-grandfathers prayed so that you and I would be free one day. But look at us now. I want you to take a good look. We all should be ashamed to call ourselves a man. Take another look. Go on. Take one more look and tell me what you see. There is one God. He's the only God. We should have no other God before us, and we should be serving him right now. There is one God. He's the only God. We should have no other God before us.
What would you like to say about the court case today?
Hi, my name's Gloria Tatum. I'm from Decatur, Georgia. I've been following this case for a couple of years now. And to me, it seems like that there was a massive G.B.R. investigation, a month-long trial of Lula Smart, and they're charging voter fraud. But it seems like that there's no crime here. So all of this money and resources has been spent for 4 years, and there's no crime. It's people who lost power, who are upset, and to me this is just another part of the voter suppression efforts going on nationwide, because certain entities don't want a lot of people voting, because when people turns out and vote, they don't win. So.
But one other closing thing. What do you think about, if you have comment on this, why do you think after 14 days, no news media, no TV, radio, why do you think it's like that?
The same reason so many other issues aren't reported. The news media is corporate owned and profit-driven by elite individuals, and this is not the only issue that's not reported by the media. There's a lot of issues not reported by the media. This is just another one of them, because the news is censored, and it's controlled, and it's corporate-owned, and
So the last thing, this is my last question, then we'll go. I know you got to run, but I want you to think short form. What are we to say to Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan, and other nations of the world who are looking up to us, because we've always prided ourselves in freedom of speech, freedom of religion, etc., etc., etc.?
Do what we say, not what we do.
Thank you very much.
You're
That's very
welcome.
good. Thank you so much. Thank you.